Just because you don't see it doesn't mean that it isn't there. So underneath the wax, which we know that at least 85% of most commercially grown produce is waxed, there is a plethora of things that are trapped under the surface, from dirt to contaminants, microbes, things that you pretty much wouldn't want to ingest. From the time produce, seafood, poultry, anything that we eat reaches our tables, it's touched at least 20 different sets of hands. There are a multitude of different things that can happen from field to fork. So with a very simple step, just like you would wash your hands or wash your dishes before you eat, you wash your food. If you think about it, what you're putting inside your body is so incredibly critical to your health. I mean, we are what we eat. So if we're cleaning our food properly, we're taking that small extra step to make sure that it's safer for us and for our families. It defies logic. If you think about it, something that's grown in the ground, you know, if you were digging your hands in the dirt and you just decided to rinse them with water and eat with your hands, I mean, it just doesn't make logical sense. Our fruit and vegetable wash. This comes in an 8-ounce spray and it's ready to use. All you have to do is pull the safety lock and spray your food. Now, what most people don't realize is about 85 to 90% of all produce is waxed, and wax traps different types of contaminants under the surface, whether it's pesticide residue, dirt, or other types of chemicals that are sprayed. So we're going to remove that. And the white residue that you see here on the broccoli is rinsed with water. You're going to see a huge difference once we spray it. So we're going to leave the one on the left as is, and just watch as you spray the surface of the broccoli, the difference in the color. And the citric acid solution helps to just strip all of that wax away, so you can see all of that residue on the left-hand side versus the one on the right. Night and day difference in color. You know it's cleaning for you. And just like you saw with the broccoli, we're going to do the same thing with grapes. Now, so many people I know, they comment on that white residue and they're like, is that supposed to be there? Well, it's not going to hurt you, but you're going to see the difference and you're going to taste the difference when you remove the residue. So on the left here, we have our grapes that have been rinsed with water. Same with on the right, but I'm going to show you the difference when you spray with Eat Cleaner. Now just look at the difference between the grapes that were rinsed with water and the grapes that were cleaned with E-Cleaner. I mean, just so much more appetizing looking, took all of the white residue off. They're ready to eat once you rinse them with clean water, and they'll taste great. I just took these out of the refrigerator. I washed these black grapes about a week ago, just so that you can see, even a week later, all of that residue that was on the surface is gone. It won't come back, and they're still really delicious. You know, when you bring home your produce from the store, wash it and put it back in the refrigerator, it's ready to eat. So that's going to encourage healthy snacking and healthy eating practices at home. They look gorgeous. Somebody actually thought that they were olives because there's no residue on them. They look so different than normal grapes. This is probably one of the things that I'm the most excited about. The portable wipes that are perfectly safe for fresh fruit and vegetables help you eat healthy on the go. You can use them to clean your food. You can also use them to clean your hands. I pack one in my children's lunchbox, so when they're ready to have lunch, their hands are nice and clean, and so is their food. So I'm going to show you the difference between a plum that we picked up at the store, once you wipe it, what the difference is. So the wipes are made out of biodegradable cloth, so you can actually compost these, and they won't leave any sort of odor or flavor on the surface of your food. So like I said, I just got these from the store, and you can see the difference. You just kind of rub the outside of the food gently. When we bought these, boy, there was so much residue on the outside. The wax was really, really thick. And there was also a natural residue that is created by the fruit itself. But look at the difference. I mean, literally, we've stripped all of that off just by using our biodegradable fresh fruit and vegetable wipes. Personally, I would rather eat this one. A girlfriend of mine gave me a bunch of really great apples. So I'm going to show you two because apples are one of my daughter's absolute favorite snacks. And I love apples too, but I have to tell you, I found out that the average commercially grown apple is sprayed with up to 53 different pesticides. So when I pack apples for her, I really make sure that they're clean. And she likes to clean them herself. It's kind of fun for her. But I'll show you how to clean an apple properly. You really want to make sure that you get in and around the stem, which is where a lot of the dirt gets deposited. And just like we did with a plum, take a good 30 seconds or so to really clean the outside. Because if it is waxed, it's going to take a little bit of time to just work all of that off. But it is so well worth it. And when I do pack them in her lunchbox for her, it's great because she gets to clean her apple, she wipes her hands, you know, she's eating something that makes her hands sticky, she keeps the wipe and then she wipes her hands afterwards. And she now asks me for the wipes or packs them herself. She's become so accustomed to doing this on her own, even my 4-year-old son. So there you go. And you can see some of the dirt and residue that's come off of the apple on the wipe itself. Okay, so you know when you bring your seafood and poultry home from the store, it can be really slimy and it tends to have a little bit of an odor. Well, our seafood and poultry wash is great in helping to not only clean the surface, but also as you're prepping, you can use it to clean your cutting boards or your your knife, anywhere the food is going to touch that's going to be raw. And it really helps with cross-contamination. And what's nice about this too is you can just spray and you don't even need to rinse it. It adds a little bit of flavor, it enhances the flavor, and it also helps to tenderize the food so it'll cook a little bit faster. Just like with the fruit and vegetable wash, you just pull the safety lock and you're ready to spray. And with this, you really just need a couple little sprays. Let it sit, mix it up. So it's not going to really change the way that the shrimp or chicken look, but it's going to really affect the flavor and it's going to enhance it, and it will actually cook a little bit faster because of the properties in the formula.